For decades, a notorious stretch of the Atlantic Ocean has captured our collective imagination. The Bermuda Triangle, a name that conjures images of swirling vortexes, downed planes vanishing from radar, and ghost ships sailing into oblivion. It's a place where the laws of physics and reason seem to bend. A maritime graveyard whispered about in hushed tones. But what if the most profound secret of the triangle isn't its mystery, but our misunderstanding of it? What if the truth is buried not in paranormal speculation, but in the cold, hard facts of history, geology, and human nature? The triangle isn't magic. It's a map of misunderstood facts, a puzzle waiting to be pieced together. Are you ready to navigate these waters with a new chart? The Bermuda Triangle legend didn't spring from ancient mariners' tales. It's a surprisingly modern invention, born in the mid-20th century. The legend grew from mystery stories, first appearing in an article by Vincent Gaddis in 1964, who coined the term Bermuda Triangle. He compiled a list of strange disappearances in the region, creating a pattern where none had been officially recognized before. This idea was then supercharged by authors like Charles Berlitz, whose 1974 bestseller, The Bermuda Triangle, sold millions of copies. These narratives were fueled by a steady diet of missing ship headlines, often stripped of their context and embellished for dramatic effect. They painted a picture of a uniquely dangerous patch of ocean, a place where the unexplained was the norm. But reality, as we'll discover, is far more interesting and far more complex than any fiction. Let's look at the cornerstones of the legend. The most famous case is Flight 19. In December 1945, 5 U.S. Navy Avenger bombers vanished during a routine training exercise. The flight leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, became disoriented, believing his compasses were malfunctioning and that he was over the Florida Keys. Tragically, he led his flight further out to sea, into worsening weather, until they ran out of fuel. A rescue plane sent to find them, a PBM Mariner, also disappeared. Sensationalists point to this as proof of a mysterious force. The reality? The Mariner aircraft was known for having a faulty vapor collection system and was nicknamed the Flying Gas Tank. It likely exploded mid-air. The loss of Flight 19 was a tragedy born of human error and severe weather, not supernatural forces. Then there's the USS Cyclops, a Navy cargo ship that vanished in 1918 with 306 people aboard. It was carrying a heavy load of manganese ore, and one leading theory suggests the ship, which was known to have structural issues and was overloaded, simply capsized in a sudden storm. No distress call was ever received. These stories are haunting, but when examined without the lens of mystery, they reveal patterns of mechanical failure, extreme weather, and the inherent dangers of sea travel. So, if not aliens or time warps, what is really happening in the Bermuda Triangle? The answer begins with the ocean itself. This region is a crucible of powerful and unpredictable natural forces. First, there are the strong currents. The Gulf Stream, a massive, warm, and swift Atlantic Ocean current, flows directly through the triangle. It acts like a river within the ocean, moving at speeds up to 5 miles per hour. Any vessel that loses power or becomes disabled can be carried far off course in a very short amount of time, making search and rescue operations incredibly difficult. Debris from a wreck can be scattered over vast distances or sink quickly in the deep waters, leaving no trace. Then, there are the sudden storms. The warm waters of the Gulf Stream can fuel the rapid development of hurricanes and intense, localized thunderstorms. These storms can appear with little warning, generating rogue waves that can reach heights of over 100 feet, more than capable of capsizing even the largest ships. The weather in the triangle isn't just bad, it's exceptionally volatile. And finally, we have the challenge of navigation. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the few places on Earth where a magnetic compass points directly to true geographic north, rather than magnetic north. This phenomenon is called agonic line, and it shifts over time. For inexperienced navigators, or for those whose equipment wasn't properly calibrated, this could cause significant navigational errors, leading them miles off course without them even realizing it. Combine this with the powerful currents and sudden storms, and you have a recipe for disaster. These three factors, strong currents, sudden storms, and navigational errors, can explain the vast majority of the disappearances attributed to the triangle. It's not a paranormal hotspot. It's a region with a high volume of air and sea traffic that also happens to be subject to extreme and complex environmental conditions. The U.S. Coast Guard and other official bodies do not recognize the Bermuda Triangle as a specific hazard to ships or planes. They attribute the losses to the same scientific reasons that cause accidents all over the world. The incidents are not the work of aliens or sea monsters. They are the unfortunate but understandable outcomes of nature's power, meeting human fallibility. But the triangle does hold treasures, just not the kind the mythmakers imagined. Treasure hunters? Absolutely. For centuries, this region was a major shipping lane for the Spanish Empire. Fleets of galleons, laden with gold, silver, and emeralds from the New World, sailed these very waters on their way back to Spain, and they too were at the mercy of the region's violent hurricanes. As a result, sunken Spanish galleons loaded with unimaginable riches lie scattered across the seabed in and around those waters. These are the remnants of 17th century shipwrecks, time capsules from a bygone era. Famed treasure hunters like Mel Fisher have dedicated their lives to finding these wrecks, and some have been spectacularly successful, recovering hundreds of millions of dollars in treasure. The search for these lost fleets is a high-stakes, high-tech endeavor, using magnetometers and side-scan sonar to pierce the ocean's depths. Each discovery is not just a financial windfall, it's a priceless archaeological find, offering a direct link to our maritime past. Beyond gold, scientists have uncovered another, more volatile kind of treasure: vast pockets of methane hydrates. Also known as fire ice, this is a crystalline solid formed when methane gas is trapped within a molecular cage of frozen water under high pressure and low temperatures. The continental shelves in the Bermuda Triangle region are rich with these deposits. Scientists have theorized that a sudden change in pressure or temperature, perhaps from an undersea landslide, could cause these stable hydrates to rapidly destabilize and erupt, releasing enormous volumes of methane gas. This sudden, massive release of gas could dramatically decrease the density of the water above it. Any ship caught in such a methane blowout would lose buoyancy almost instantly and sink without warning. While this is a documented geological phenomenon, it's important to note that there is no direct evidence linking a specific disappearance in the triangle to a methane hydrate eruption. It remains a compelling scientific possibility, a real natural oddity, not sci-fi, that could explain some of the most baffling cases where no wreckage was ever found. So what do the experts say? We spoke with Dr. Alistair Finch, a leading oceanographer who has spent years studying the region. The term Bermuda Triangle is a misnomer, he explains. It implies there's something uniquely dangerous about this specific, arbitrarily drawn shape on a map. The reality is that the environmental conditions found inside the triangle, the Gulf Stream, the propensity for rogue waves, the sudden storms, are not exclusive to this area. What is unique is the sheer volume of traffic that has passed through it for centuries. When you have a high number of vessels and aircraft crossing a region with inherently challenging conditions, statistics alone will tell you that you're going to have a higher number of incidents. He emphasizes that for every unexplained disappearance, there are thousands upon thousands of safe passages every single day. The focus on the few tragedies, he argues, has created a confirmation bias, where people ignore the overwhelming evidence of normalcy and seek out anything that fits the mysterious narrative. The real story isn't about a paranormal anomaly, but about the predictable, if sometimes tragic, intersection of heavy traffic and challenging natural phenomena. So, the Triangle's ultimate secret isn't supernatural danger. It's a fascinating and complex mashup of history, where the tales of lost Spanish gold are very real, geophysics, with powerful currents and volatile geology that can surprise even modern technology, and human error, the timeless factor that, when combined with nature's fury, has always been the greatest peril at sea. The Bermuda Triangle is not a place to be feared for its myths, but to be respected for its reality. It is a treasure trove for historians, geologists, and scientists alike, a natural laboratory where we can learn more about our planet and our own past. The real journey is not into a realm of fantasy, but a deeper dive into the world of science and discovery. Subscribe for more myths, busted and revealed.